Hi, it's Rabbi Lewis wishing you an early Shabbat shalom, and this is one of the best weeks of the year. It is the first week of baseball season, and the best part about this first week of baseball season is that nobody's been eliminated from playoff contention and everybody still has a shot. Yes, some games have been played, so there are some teams that are in first place, some teams that are in last place, but as of this recording, most teams haven't even taken the field yet, and so hope is eternal. I guess hope springs eternal at this time of year for what will come. And this is one of the best parts about sports and baseball specifically, is at the end of the year, one team's on top, two teams make the World Series, 4 teams are in the championship series, then you have your playoff teams, and then all of the other ones who didn't have as much success. Then you go to the off season, rosters get shuffled, people get traded, people retire, there's free agency and signings, rookies brought up from the minor league system that are all tested out through spring training, and then everybody starts fresh to see who will rise to the top in this next season. So there's never a permanency to who is the best, who's the worst, that every year there's an opportunity to rise to the top. This is sort of going to be an antithetical statement to what our Torah portion teaches, because our Torah portion has a lot of focus on the high priest. We're in PARASHAT TZAV, which is the second in the book of Leviticus, and it's continuing to make that clear separation between who has the highest, most holy role in the community, the priests, and their responsibilities and how they're separate. And unless you're born into it, you can't really become a Kohen or a priest. And so it's always top to bottom. Now, this is also why, personally, even though the destruction of the temple, and we're talking specifically now, the second temple was a real calamity because it was our second time going into the diaspora, the second loss of our central space, the central homeland in Jewish history, and we're still having the effects of that from having been spread through the diaspora. It created an equality because without the temple, we can't have the establishment of the priesthood again. And it created a complete equality that's based on merit rather than birth amongst the Jewish people. And we're all on the same level, that we are all a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, that doesn't matter if your name is Cohen, Levi, or Lewis. Our family, we're Levites, as I am told. But that is not as relevant as how we look to each other in our community, as if we're on the same level. We don't need to rely on somebody else to reach holiness. We don't need to rely on somebody else to perform our sacred rituals. We can do them ourselves. We do them at home with our families. We can do them on our own while we pray. We do them in a community with minyan and even more. But as much as we're going to study the sacrifices this week, we also can look to this Torah portion, PARASHAT TZAV, and say, I'm actually glad that we don't need to live in this system anymore, and that even though it was a calamity in the year 70, we have made the best of it and have truly experienced equality amongst ourselves. Anyhow, hope everybody has a wonderful first week of baseball season. I'm going to a game this weekend down in Atlanta to see my Royals play the Braves, and cheer your hearts out for your favorite team, and we'll see what happens come what October. Anyhow, for now, Shabbat Shalom.